Good evening, everybody. What's everybody up to? So, as anybody who's been home all day, you know I've been on and off all day because I wanted to prove a point to you, which is these women gang stalk. They're cyber bullies and they're trolls and they work together. And if you go on my post page or you listen to my lives throughout the day, you will see every single one of them puts a lie out, a bunch of bullshit out on me today. And I addressed them. And I even shared a couple of them on my own page. So that's what I did today. Not doing it again. I don't know how these women dumb themselves down enough to do this every fucking day of their lives, but it is what it is. So, hungry. You asked me what that was about. I'll try to make it make sense to you. I was home last night or yesterday afternoon, evening, and I watched the entire Drunk DUR shows live. But I was just kind of lazy, not really paying attention to them. So I got up this morning and I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rewatch them. Now, while I watched it live, there was, Dar received 3 phone calls. The first one was her boyfriend, Chris, her ex-lover, Chris somebody or other. And she went on to talk about, you know how she talks about everything. She went on to talk about him and he was going to be the love of her life and all that shit. And what ended up happening was she got him off the phone right away. Well, during that live, she started talking about a show called, a person called Petite Fireball. And Petite Fireball does not want Drunk DUR talking about her anymore because Petite Fireball is trying to get away from that. Petite Fireball is the one who started these women going off like this, like the idiots that they are. She's gotten away from it. She's since gotten married. She's doing her own thing, whatever. Well, Dar starts going off about her. Next thing you know, the phone rings. And when Dar gets back, she sits down and she calls that person and she's talking to him and she's mad and she starts telling the audience that she's not going to let anybody tell her what to do and she doesn't care. You know how she gets going. She's not going to let nobody tell her what to do. She's just having fun. She's not doing anything wrong and blah, blah, blah. And then she received another phone call. And in those phone calls, Dar's phone announces the name of the person that's calling. And one of them was Robin. After that phone call, Darlene started going, you know, Robin and I used to be really good friends, but we're not that good of a friends anymore. And if they don't want anything to do with me anymore, and they're not going to help me anymore, then that's fine. I don't care. I'm going to do things on my own. And then you could tell that Dar was talking to somebody either on a notepad in front of her, or she has a hidden, she's talking to him on YouTube or Messenger. At the same time, she's live with the audience. And she's right mad about this. And she's going on, well, I didn't say anything bad about her, which Dar did not say anything bad about her that I heard. But, like I said, this channel and this person just wants Drunk DUR to leave her alone. And Robin is Petite Fireball's #1 troll. She has been helping before Petite Fireball cleaned her life up. She used to be a dumpster diver, and she used to troll with Robin. And she used to, in particular, troll this one channel that was a couple and their little son. But Petite Fireball's moved on. She's no longer doing that. But Robin is still trolling these people. If you go over to her channel, she's got on there a video where she's telling Chris Knippi that nature isn't his garbage can or something like that. These people don't even talk to her. She just puts out videos, makes ridiculous assumptions, puts out petty shit, and this is what Robin does all day and sometimes all night. So anyway, I came out this morning. That whole part of that video is completely gone. Gone. Nothing. And I'm like, where the hell is that? So obviously the only person that can get into DUR's channel to that degree is Robin. So it was edited out, plain and simple. So I did a video on it this morning. And that just set Robin and her trolls spinning. I have had one, Jenny Roadhard, Robin, and Beverly, or It's Me B, that's another one of her trolls, doing videos about me all fucking day. All day. All three of them. And I wouldn't be surprised by nighttime if DUR doesn't come out and start yakking about me. Or June doesn't do one of her videos. Because they gang stalk. Is what they do. So when they're not online doing shit, they are talking to each other on Messenger and on the phone. And they're talking about me and scheming. They do it about myself. They do it about Mike. They do it about Holly. She's got a channel called, I think it's called My So-Called Life. And Chris Knippi, and he's got a channel named Dang Right. And it's all bullshit, and it's all nasty, and it's all untrue. And they're just bitches. So I thought today, since I had a day off, I would pull them all out on it. And call them all out on it. So you can look at my post page and you will see basically what went on all day. Those women who all claim that they have these busy lives do not. Their busy lives are on the internet. They're addicted. Plain and simple. Now, I've got something to say to Roadhard. I don't owe you shit. You're so goddamn chicken, you're afraid to even show your face. You're afraid to even show your name. And yet you demand on your channel that I prove this and this and this over and over again. Do you know how easy it would be for me to take an avatar of, say, Robin, and put it on something, replace the one on Facebook, shrink it down so it fits on the Facebook avatar, take my little Sharpie, and word over it a bunch of shit that isn't true? That's how easy it would be. Simple. Anyone with a free online editor could do that. Though I am going to answer one question for you. Because I want you to know, to normal people, educated people, how racist you look and are. When I first come on and started doing my lives, I kind of stammered when I was talking, when I went to tell people I was First Nations. I've done that all my life since I've known. And this is something every biracial person does. If we are with, like for my situation, I'm half First Nations, I'm half white, that I know of. If I'm around white people, you think if I was at a bar as a young woman or at a club with a bunch of white males around me, that I was going to tell them that I was First Nations or Indian? Absolutely not, because that could have put me in danger. The closest I could come to comparing it to you, to an example, would be what Trump did with Kamala Harris, what Trump does with Obama. He is forever calling out their race. Oh, you don't look that way to me. He doesn't look that way to me. When she's talking to Asian people, she tells them she's Asian. When she's talking to black people, she tells them she's black. Well, fuck yeah, because she is. And most normal thinking, educated people know that. There is a whole social identity and a psychology of mixed race peoples that anybody who was born white would never even think about, because they don't have to think about it. It doesn't arise in their life. Those situations do not arise. And the type of people that do that, like you, are racist. You're racist. You're a disgusting human being. I think you're just sickening. That you think you have the right to know why I do what I do. Go to your chat GPT or whatever the fuck you bitches like to use, and you will see that what I do as a mixed race person is very common. And that's all I'm answering for you. And the only reason I'm doing that is because you need to understand how disgusting you look. And yeah, if I was you, I would not show your face. So, and of course, I think since I've been on last time, Robin had to get in the mix. She had to cyberbully. And she's going on about just stupid shit. You know, Robin, that page that you put up, that channel of Mike's, that's the channel that you've been bragging for what, the last year that you had taken down. So you basically told on yourself, you lying bitch. And not only that, I still have the one you claim that is your brother up on my other page, my other channel. I still have the grinder one of your son up there. The only one I don't have is your little slut of a granddaughter. Because I feel sorry for her. Because it was not her fault that you, as her grandmother, did not know enough to keep your mouth shut and keep her out of adult things. And it is not her fault that you made her so upset that she shamed herself to the degree she did. So because I feel sorry for her, because I know that being around you as an influence is going to fuck her up for the rest of her life. I also know that she does not have much of a future, bright future. Because you don't have the mindset or the mentality or the drive to do what it takes to give her that opportunity. All you're interested in doing is running around and bragging to people that you worked at a Bissell factory and you were all that in a bag of chips. Yet your son is stuck on a factory floor, just like you. And you hate on me because I didn't do that. I actually put in the work in order to get my children off that factory floor. And you've been put to shame that way. You're not all of a sudden a big bag of chips that's all that and retired young. Fuck, you don't think I could have married somebody and retired and not worked? Absolutely I could have. I could have told Chuck once the funeral business took off, I don't want to work anymore. But I did it for my children because that's what you're supposed to do it for. And Audrey, do you know how easy it would be for me to take a Facebook clip and shrink down an avatar and stick it in there and make it look like you? And put a bunch of shit in it? You are nothing but a fucking liar, and you're sick. You're sick for how much time you spend on the internet. You're sick for the fact that when you're not on the internet, you're off the internet talking about me. I don't even have to ask. I know I got to you. Because you have dedicated 3 fucking years to trashing me. The only reason I talk about Drunk DUR is because she talks about me on a live. If she stopped doing that, I wouldn't talk about her. But she will not quit. And again, that is between me and her. You have poked and agitated till you have some of the attention on you now. And when you're not lying, you're playing a victim. When you're not playing a victim, you're playing somebody that's got her life together. Bullshit. Now, I think it was Beverly that asked me how I know about where Audrey lives, and because I'll tell you why. I live in Canada. All I got to do is press in the census and United States, or a records check. I don't even have to pay for it, you stupid bitches. Because your government does not lock that shit down. And that's your government's fault. When Audrey moved to the ghetto, not only did it tell me not just her lived there, but both her sons, David and Richard. It told me what they put down on the place. It told me how much they paid for the place. These are government documents. These are census records. It showed me the census record of where everyone lived. And they're all living in the same place. In that little workers' cottage from about the 1920s or 40s in the ghetto. It told me that she did not divorce. It gave me the divorce date. She divorced that, I'm sorry, she did not divorce David. David divorced her. And I even have a Facebook thing from David. Well, let me see. I'll read it to you if I can find it. Hang on. It might take me a bit. Okie dokie. This is David Robinson. And you don't see me putting this shit out. Just like you don't see me putting the Jizz Queen shit out. Because yes, I know how to do it without getting it taken down. It's from David Robinson. I think for as long as I live, I will probably never trust any woman or anyone or any woman because his spelling's not that great. They're damn near all about the same and fucked up in the head. And most of the time, they definitely don't know what in the fuck they want. And when they get in a relationship, they just destroy the hearts and the fucking self, or they just destroy the hearts. And with that being said, I'm just staying to myself. I'm just staying to my fucking self and have fun for myself. And most definitely am not going to miss the fucking controlling and lying ass, cold-hearted fucking creature that I lived with as an adult man. I refuse to be in a relationship, and I am not going to put up with any more of her hollering and cussing. I'm some like I'm some fucking kid. It's not my fault that she thinks the world revolves around her. And I'm going to protect what I have left of my heart before someone tries to destroy it again. That's from David Robinson. That's Audrey's ex. Now, you don't see me throwing that out there. But you old bitches will not leave me alone. You all need to get lives. You got the mentality of children, and you've been doing it for so long, you don't even realize how bad you are and how bad you look to adults. That's why I don't care what any of you think of me. Because Jenny comes on like a damn racist half the time. Audrey's like a 12-year-old little shitty kid. Beverly looks like an 8-year-old kid that's not that bright. DUR, well, we know how bad DUR is. Why would you think I would want anything to do with you? I don't do drugs. I'm not a drinker. I work. I have a partner in my life. I have children that live close by me, and I have some that don't. I have 5 kids. I don't know what they're fucking doing half the time. You women have lost sight of the real world. You think Kathy Morgan gives a shit about you? Kathy Morgan works full time. She's not on pills, and she's not drunk all the time because she has responsibilities. Michael Morgan has a large property he has to take care of. He comes on when he's drinking just to fuck with you bitches. And you eat it up because you're getting attention from a man. Because that's all a big deal to some of you. It's pretty pathetic when the only attention you guys get, just like DUR, from a man is negative. But I guess that's better than nothing. Anyway, bitches, I'm going to enjoy the rest of the night. I'm done playing with you. I got to get back to real life tomorrow. And hopefully you get something better in your heads. Hopefully you find something better to do with your minds. Because none of you are getting any younger.